to see you again for another segment of the Game Challenger, only with real talk. The Game Challenger is here to challenge the status quo, and it is with real talk, literally, that's flying out from our minds and our hearts. Serious discussion, guys. I'm sure, this particular one can be controversial, just like all the others that we've been doing. And that's why we're here, isn't it, Tone? That we just want to really whip things up, whip things into action. There's no sort of mundane agreement all the time. We're just being real, aren't we, Tone? So we're glad to have you guys here with us tonight. What's love got to do with it? That's our topic for tonight. What has love got to do with it?
What's love got to do with it? Wow. Well,
well, you know the word. Do you know the words for that?
Yeah. What's love got to do with it? To do with it? Yeah.
Let's sing it.
I don't know what it is. Listen, calm down, guys. Calm down, guys. I know you're excited. My voice is amazing, so you can't say anything. Anyway, you know what? We've been very serious over the last few weeks, and it's time to kind of mellow down, listen to the music, and get in our Valentine's Day tomorrow. We're warming you up. Valentine's Day tomorrow. Yeah. Whether you have a Valentine or not, you're being warmed up. And by being on this show, some of you who are single, you won't be single tomorrow, because you have so many nuggets that, listen, Valentine's Day is going to be the best day of your life. In fact, Valentine's Day is going to be the best day of your life, with or without your Valentine. So for me, love is got to do with it. Love is got to do with it. So, but on a serious note, let's get started. I mean, Shola, I want you to.
Yeah.
I know you are the one that really
Let's kick off.
puts the nail in the coffin. So you kick off. You look like you look like a lover, not a fighter, and I'm a fighter and a lover.
I'm both. I must be a bit like you then. Yeah. We're gonna play the game. But so seriously, gents, as we said, what's love got to do with that? I got on my thing. I said, well, everything. That's my first instant response. Love has got everything to do with it, right? Because love is love. And you know what, guys? I'm always going to bring, not being too serious, but at the same time, it is serious. But as Tony said, let's have a bit of mellow time, bit of downtime, really go into this topic with understanding, with wisdom and with understanding. And you know what? Over the years, as Tony knows, these days, I've got to always bring a godly perspective, because that is where I find we derive our wisdom from. But with that wisdom, there's got to be understanding. We've got to have the understanding to apply that wisdom. And so, love. What is love? I think the first thing we've got to say, what is love? Agape love I'm talking about. It's a selfless love, isn't it? A love that you don't give it just because you want something back. We give it because it's good and it's right, I suppose. What are the roots then of St. Valentine's Day? I think guys, we've got to start there. We've got to analyze, really go into it. What is it? How did it start? How did it come about? Where did this day come from? Who is Valentine or Valentino? How did this whole concept of the man generally always having to do something, give some sort of gift, sometimes getting something back in return, other times not? What is it? What is love? Look, the world, the system, it seems to always try and systematically draw us away from the real version of love, God's love. Yeah? And then it brings in a counterfeit thing. I'm throwing a few things at us, guys, just to whip up the action. Some people say, look, they don't believe in it because it's just over commercialized. It's just another day to, spend money. If you go to all the shops now, the petrol stations, the gift shops, you see the place full of roses, full of cards, and you think, here we go again. For the last month, that's all we've been seeing. As soon as Christmas finished, it happened, And I've got to say, gents, that most of these holidays that we have, Christmas included, Easter, you generally find, and again, I'm going to be controversial here, they're not actually biblical, but we celebrate them, we honor them to some degree, shape, or form. Nothing wrong with that. Each and everyone's got their own personal preference. So what is it? Yeah, so again, guys, we're not here just to mess about and have mindless fun. the people that are tuning into this show, you know, they want to see something constructive. They want to see and hear guys, men, standing like men. Yeah, because we want to be able to build each other. We want to motivate each other. We want to enhance each other. We want guys to know that we're on purpose. You know, that we're on our game, so that we can take our, you know, our rightful place as, you know, as protectors and providers. Yeah. So yes, even though it's fun, it's the day tomorrow. So what is it, guys? What has
Well,
love got to do with it? What the masculinity side? What's it all about? Talk to us.
I think to be honest with you,
Mm,
let me kick off. Kick off. I mean,
mm.
I remember Valentine's Day. It changes as you get older. Yeah. I remember Valentine's Day when I was young, free and single. And I remember I'm ready to mingle. And I remember I really did like one lovely girl at the time. And listen, man, she made me broke. Valentine's Day made me broke. That's what I can remember about Valentine's Day earlier because I had to buy the roses, I had to buy the chocolates, I had to I had to do the restaurant thing, and you had to do it. Now, was it really love, or was it really lust? Was it
What
really
did you get?
was it what I was chasing? Was it I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking, whoa, it's an expensive day. It's an expensive day, and like you said, it's commercial. Now, again, you said something, Shola. Where's this thing come from? From what I've heard about it, I remember reading a little bit about it before, and it's something
Mm.
to do with it evolved. It didn't happen. It evolved. Some people just think about Saint Valentine's, who was probably, I think he was secretly married, having marriages that was banned by, was it Julius Caesar or something, Caesar II in Rome
Yeah, it
or
was some
something? So
Roman
yeah, in
emperor,
Rome
one of his
something. So
emperors,
therefore,
Claudius or something like that.
exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
And therefore they said that they named this Saint Valentine's Day. But it happened before
Mm.
that. It happened before that, apparently, because there
Mm-hmm.
was a fertility festival, a fertility festival in ancient Rome again. Yeah.
That's
And
right.
and it was around about mid-February, but it wasn't the 14th of February. It was between the
Exactly.
13th and 15th of February. And
Exactly.
what they used to
Yeah.
do is they wanted to they wanted to obviously get women in the mood to have babies, or in terms of fertility. So the men used to come and sacrifice animals, and the women used to have to
See?
do some fertility stuff, some things so that they can get more fertile. Yeah. So
Mm.
that sounds more like Valentine's Day to me. They were there for purpose. The purpose was, listen, you need to get you need you need to get you need to get fertile. And so that was one. And then obviously the Roman, the Saint Valentine's that happened there with Saint Valentine's with marriages. And then obviously as time went on, love, love, love came into it. That's probably around about that's probably around about, I think it was around about the Middle Ages. They started talking about love on Valentine's. There was no love on Valentine's Day before. It was all about get fertile, sacrifice animals, so therefore you could get more
Pagan.
women to get more fertile. So now we made love, and obviously with love, obviously things happen anyway. Things happen, yeah. And then obviously from there, someone started writing letters to each other and notes to each other, and they say, "My Valentine's Day, blah blah blah." There was even a story of Saint Valentine's also, by the way. Saint Valentine's also, by the way. They said there was a story of him healing a blind daughter. That was another story that was
Mm.
out there, and that
Mm.
he left when he healed her. He left a note saying, "That's thank you for my Valentine's Day," or something like that. I can't remember exactly.
Yeah.
So now, guess what? We have commercial Valentine's Day. The shops. Hey, come to London, guys. Let me tell you something. If you're broke, if you have money, you'll be broke by the time you come to London. Yeah, and I'm advising Greg, Chinodu, Hero, don't come to London on Valentine's Day because there's roses, there's chocolates, and there's all kinds of things, and they're overpriced. Overpriced. A rose, one rose. Yeah, one rose. How much is one rose now, Shola? How much is one rose?
I've got no idea, my brother.
You're
How
not.
you tell me? Because I
You know,
haven't
your
bought.
wife.
I've not bought
I'm
any.
gonna send this recording
I've
to your
not bought
wife.
any rose.
I'm gonna send
Send
this
it.
recording to
Send
your
it.
wife. You are
Listen.
not a valid. You
Listen.
need to be careful.
Let me tell
You
you
need to be
something.
careful.
Let me
Yeah.
jump in.
Huh?
Let me say something here. You see, look. See, a man like me, I don't need. This is my take. I don't need a day, right, to buy my wife or my girls roses or flowers. Yeah, I buy them. I buy flowers on a
Listen,
whim. Yeah,
careful, Shola. Careful, Shola.
and they appreciate. No,
Careful,
listen.
Shola. You said you
There's a
don't need
thing
a
called
day. You don't need
there's
a
a thing
day.
called love. There's a thing called love language,
Okay,
right?
Shola.
And so I'm tapping into the love language
Shola.
of my beloveds.
I like your I like your economics there. I like your economics with love.
Yeah,
Yeah,
love
because
language. You
love
see?
is every day. You don't need a day to buy your wife
Yeah,
roses.
exactly.
That
I can do
means
it any
your
day,
wife should be
every
getting
day.
roses every day, isn't it? Yeah. So
Yeah.
really,
So I
hey,
don't
look
know
at
that.
that. Yeah.
I don't know
Okay.
the price of one rose. I know the
Yeah.
price of bunches of flowers.
Okay. 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 Wow. Wow. Your wife
Yeah.
is a lucky
So,
woman. I hope she's listening to this, Jola. I hope she's listening. But you know
well,
what? Let's open
she
it.
can
Let's open it because you know what?
go for it.
Love is love. Love is why we get married. Yeah. Love is why we get together. Love makes us happy. When we feel love, this so, but is it right that only one day is the love day? And also, let me ask you a question. Is this not sexist? Is this day not sexist? What happened to feminists? Yeah. It's look,
Oh,
it's more,
let
it's
me,
more just so that's another thing that I need to us to talk. So I want to pass over. Let's other guys come. Sorry, you want to say something?
yeah, let me just, before the other guys jump in, what you said about sex, let me just bring that answer that one just a bit. I've got a little stat here, and it's saying that almost 1 billion Valentine's cards are sent each year on or near February the 14th. Yeah. Now listen to this. It says with females, yeah, purchasing 85% of the cards. Right? 85%. No, listen, let me land. It says 85% of the card. This is only second to the number of cards sent on Christmas. So I hear what you're saying, so I'm just saying in terms of maybe can we call it the cheaper end, buying the card, but then the other bit, which I think you're alluding to about the sexism, the other bit like maybe the flowers, the meal, the this, the that, somehow seems to fall on the male. I think that's where you're going. But in terms of the card factor, yes, the ladies seem to be more
The cheap one, the
active
cheap part of it.
with the with the cards. It's just a stat I pulled up here. I don't
You
know whether
can't
it's
eat a
true or
card.
not, but oh well. There you go. And this is covered with chocolate, you might be able to. Never
Okay,
cover anything with chocolate these
okay.
days.
All right,
Who knows? Who
all right.
knows?
So we started. Everybody, who's coming in first? There's Saint Joseph on Saint Valentine's Day. What do you
Mhm.
think?
Well.
By the
I
way,
think,
Joseph,
yeah,
today is actually Valentine's Day.
yeah.
It's the men's Valentine's Day. Yeah.
But
And because we,
what I want to
but
point out is what love has got to do with it. There's a
Mm.
connotation, positive, negative part to that
you
sentence.
speak
What's
louder,
love
Joe. We
got to
can't
do
hear
with
you.
it? Can you hear me?
Yeah, can hear you now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I said there's a positive and negative connotation relating to that word. What's love got to do with it? Basically, what she was trying to express is that the cynic, the cynicism, the negative aspect of love, the physical and the romantic when the love wears out, hence Valentine's and so forth. And then, you know, why can't we just enjoy ourselves together without love being in the mix, emotion? So what you're singing about is what's love got to do with it? It's only second-hand emotion. So where do you draw the line between the physical, mixing that up with the confusion of love? And when you realize that it is more physical than love, then does not do physical wear out. Where does the love begin? And when does the physical, only just the physical stops? You always need the physical because it blends with the two. And that's what she was expressing, you know, what's love has got to do with it. You know, it's only a second-hand emotion. We're just enjoying ourselves on a physical perspective. And that's why I like to put to the audience, you know, there's love and there's the physical. Where do we draw the line?
So, Joe, I just want to ask you a question. So,
Yeah.
you saying that you take your lady on Valentine's Day to get a physical emotion or physical action?
Well, you think you need to do it. Yeah. It depends on the individual. It depends on the girl. Sometimes men do what they need to do what they want to get. And then after that, it's only a physical thing. I don't really love doesn't come into it. You buy the chocolate, you buy the flower. Isn't it the end product that you want something? You need something. And once you've got it, where does the love begin?
Okay. So you're trying to say that if you go through all that process,
yeah,
and nothing happens, then it's what?
So what I'm saying is, where do we? Sometimes we romanticize Valentine's Day, bringing flowers, chocolate, and then we get physical, and then we find out, you know, it's only for a while. It's not love because you're probably not compatible.
Interesting.
And so you break off and you move on to the next stage.
Right.
Men are a beast. Men are a beast of finding, how do you call it? Having many wives, having many girlfriends. That's in their DNA. That's whether we like it or not. I was just reading this this week that men are meant to have many wives in the Bible. And somebody sent a video to the men's podcast that we're never really meant to be with one woman. And what's love got to do with it is saying, it was basically saying, it's basically saying that, you know, we procreate and move on.
Okay. Interesting.
Okay, can I just ask something that he said? Okay, are you? I mean, I want let's be look, guys. Let's be real here. Are we talking? Are we talking personally, or are these general surmisings?
Well,
Because
you know, I mean,
general.
when we talk about that in Western world, we're meant to marry one woman and stay with her for life. Yeah, and part of that process is Valentine's Day. Yeah, part of that process is romantic notion and relationship. In that process, from a Christian perspective, you're not meant to have sex before marriage. From a European or Western perspective, you may have sex before marriage. You want to test the car before you buy the car, you know. And what other men says, what Tony used to say is, why buy the milk when you can have the cow free?
Is that Soto? Yeah. You're being outed here, bro.
Joe, be careful now. Be careful. That was Joe.
Don't
get me in trouble. Don't get me in trouble on Valentine's Day, yeah?
You better take that red shirt off, mate.
Okay, Joe. Michael,
Yeah,
Michael, you wanted to say something, Michael.
Welcome, Michael. Welcome, Michael.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Good
I'm just
evening to you.
listening.
Welcome.
Good evening. Good evening.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Blessings to everyone. Blessings to everyone. I'm
Blessings to
just
you.
listening. I'm just listening. And personally, love and all them things there, it's not valid nowadays in life. The way how the world and the way our people are so selfish, and the way how everyone's filling up everyone's mind with, this is how you're meant to do this, that's how you're meant to do this, that's how this goes. That's where the problem is. So who was just on before me? Sorry.
Joseph.
Yeah, Joseph, he's right. He is. What has love got to do with it? For real, nothing. Because now Valentine's Day is a day that they made up, which you could actually give a woman a rose anytime you want. You understand? The whole, yeah, it just don't make no sense. It's a money organization that was made up by other people that people are just following. Everyone needs to follow their own mind.
Can I just ask you something, Michael? Based on that statement, thanks for that. Do you celebrate Valentine's, or have you ever then, should I say?
For my daughter, I will always. You understand? For my daughter, I will give her a rose. I give her a card from my father just to show how much I love her.
Okay.
Women?
Okay.
No.
Okay, that's now. I'm talking about before. Have you ever?
No, I never did it.
Ever?
I never did it. No.
Okay.
Man.
All right.
No,
I just want.
No
right.
disrespect.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie.
No.
Spend money. Spend money. And like you said before, what am I gonna do with that and get none?
Yeah.
You understand?
Real talk.
I don't even want to test the car. I don't want to test the car.
Yeah.
Maybe I want to actually take that car, but the car's not doing what I want it to. So you understand? Why am I gonna go forward and fooling someone to try and get something when I could get that any time of year? If you talk to someone, treat someone properly. Understand?
That's right. Yeah,
man.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, big up.
Good.
Can I just go back to what Michael said? Sorry, Tony. Just to put this in as well, just to throw this before I forget. So Michael was saying something about he said something about how the whole thing of love has been contaminated. Now I think I mentioned at the beginning. I'm not sure whether Michael was here. Yeah, no, it has. No, I agree. I'm saying that there's a counterfeit of love. There's systemically now what we have was classed as love is not love. That's what I said. Was trying to say at the beginning. Yeah, it's been over commercialized. It's just been destroyed. It's been annihilated. So yeah, thanks for that, Michael. Yeah.
I was just going to say to Joe and Michael, just to remember, this is not a car show. It's a Valentine show, yeah? Because too many people referring to cars, just to make sure everyone remembers.
I was only going on the reference.
I hope we're not insinuating women are cars.
But listen.
Don't ride.
But the thing is,
it's
part of it is
next minute.
Carton flower in Western world is part of the process of romanticism. Yeah? The cynical side.
If you ain't got a license, you're not going nowhere, basically.
It's part of the process. Yeah. But it doesn't, it's just a symbol, isn't it? Just like a marriage is a symbol. But what you do in life between one another is what's written. That's what I mean.
Yeah.